Well, hey, it's Heidi. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 etiquette mistakes most people are making, and we do not want you to be one of them. So stay tuned. Well, hello, it's Heidi Dulaban, international cultural consultant and etiquette expert. Excited you're with me today. We are talking about my top 10 etiquette mistakes you do not want to make. Yes, these are some of the worst things you can do, but I know you're not doing this, right? Okay, let's dive in. Number one, forgetting to say thank you. When was the last time you sent a thank you note to someone? A text, an email, or the ultimate, a handwritten note. People are doing nice things for you all the time. Please stop, be mindful, and say thank you and say please. I know you're busy, but you can do that. Say thank you. Okay, number two is RSVP. Yes, you received this beautiful invitation. Someone's thought enough of you, they want to include you. You've been invited to their event. You need to respond, and to respond promptly. RSVP is French for Respondez-vous s'il vous plaît. That means please respond, yes or no. Respond, please. Number three is dining etiquette. Okay, how long do you have? Dining etiquette, it's so big. There can be so many things that go wrong. Please, little sidebar, watch my Dining Etiquette 101 video. It has everything you need to know. You can dine anywhere after that. But for today, there are things that are worse than picking up the wrong fork or knife or taking someone else's water. Yes, you could be sitting there eating with your mouth open. Nobody wants to see your chewing food. Nobody wants to see you doing this. And as you're chewing your food, maybe you even try to start speaking. That is highly offensive. Please don't do that. And then after you're giving us that show, then you pull out a toothpick and start picking away at your teeth. Please, that's very offensive. Don't do that at the dining table. Okay, now let's just talk about talking. Yes, how are you speaking? Do you speak at the appropriate volume, or are you yelling all the time? No. What are you talking about? Is it appropriate for the situation? Well, you know the top three: sex, politics, and religion. Be mindful when you bring up those subjects, because you could be highly offensive and you don't mean to be. So be careful when you bring up controversial topics. Be aware of your situation and be aware of where you are at that moment, and speak about things that are appropriate for the situation. And never gossip. It's just not nice. Okay, now we're going to talk about dress. Number 5, dress appropriately. Yes, where are you going? Work, business, meeting? Is it business dinner? Is this a social event? Job interview? Dress appropriately for the situation. If you're in doubt, ask. Just reach out and ask, what's the expected attire? They'll tell you. All you have to do is ask. The number one mistake, I am asked all the time, what went wrong with my big tech job interview? Yes, someone getting out of college and they score this priceless interview at a big tech company, and they show up for the interview in what they think they're going to wear once they get the job. Flip-flops, torn up jeans, and a hoodie. They show up and the company says, I don't think so. No job offer for you today. You disrespected us. You disrespected the company, the person interviewing you, and you didn't even think enough of yourself to do a little research and come in dressed respectfully. Once you get the job, that's a different story. But until you have the job, dress appropriately. Okay. Thanks. So I know your interview is going to go great next time because you're going to do some research. Alrighty, now let's just talk about cell phone use. Yes, don't you love it when you're in a restaurant having a really special night out, spending a lot of money, and the person at the next table is on their phone? No, that is so rude. Be mindful of public places when you're using your phone. There are times when you have to use your phone. I understand, but be as discreet as you possibly can. It is very disrespectful. Also, if you're in a meeting, unless you are the boss or it's an emergency, please be respectful to the other people in the meeting and don't be texting while they are talking. It's rude, isn't it? Apologies. Okay, so now let's talk about virtual meeting etiquette. Number 7, people are making etiquette mistakes all the time virtually. Yes. Number 1 is they show up late. No, the Zoom meeting started. You show up late. It says I'm more important than the rest of you. Yes, you can show up on time, but for me, I'm so important. I can show up when I want to. Very rude. The meeting has to stop. You have to be brought up to speed. And in the meanwhile, everybody's got bored, disengaged. You put everything off. You just really kind of ruin the meeting. So show up on time. And we just talked about dress appropriately. Okay, you're at home, but no PJs, please. I call it at-home professional. Make an effort. And please don't overspeak. It's very rude. Let people finish their thought. When you start interjecting, interrupting, and overspeaking, it says, oh yeah, enough about you. My idea is so much more important. So don't make it about you. Be respectful. Alrighty, number 8 is being courteous. Yes, help people. Be aware when you're out and about or at home and you see someone struggling, help them. Ask, may I help you? I was at the grocery store the other day and I'm quite tall and I saw someone really struggling to reach something on a high shelf. And I said, may I reach that for you? They said, oh, thank you. I wasn't going to make it. So I helped them. These are very tiny little things we can do as members of society to just look, be aware, be mindful someone else might need some help and ask, may I help you? And if you're able, help them. Make the world a little nicer. Okay, coming in at number 9 is being culturally aware and culturally respectful. Yes, things are different across the cultures, across this beautiful big world we have, and you need to be mindful of that. You need to do some research, whether you are working on a global team or you are traveling for leisure or for business. Do some research and find out what is the culture, where you're going, and be respectful and celebrate our differences with respect. Okay, be culturally aware. And number 10, to me, the biggest etiquette mistake you can make is calling someone out on all these other ones we just went by. Yes, we just went through 1 through 9, and if someone has made a faux pas, they've made an etiquette mistake, don't call them out, especially publicly. If you know someone very well, discreetly maybe mention it in a very diplomatic way. So let's just say you are dining, it's a business lunch, it's a round table, and it's really crowded, and someone's sitting there and they're a little nervous and they pick up your water. They hadn't watched my dining video, and okay, they pick up your water, and what do? You make a big deal about it. You say, oh, wait. Hey, you picked up my water. Now I've got to figure out, hand me your water. Now what a mess. No. That's embarrassing to someone. You just offended them and embarrassed them. Yes, did they make a mistake? They did. They picked up the wrong water, but you made it worse by calling someone out on that. So, I'd say proper etiquette is knowing the rules but not flaunting them and not calling people out and offending someone. People maybe just didn't have the luxury of this proper etiquette education that you have. So tell them to start watching my videos, discreetly and diplomatically. All right, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't commit any of these etiquette mistakes. I am sure you're not. All right, please, as I always say, please be safe and please be kind. Thank you.